right, guys, this is Trader C Brown. We are here on week 26. Hope you guys are ready to smash the market this moment, because this week is going to be back to back. I guarantee that it's going to be back to back. Listen, there's no guarantee in Forex, but you know what? I believe that if we follow the analysis of this week and we stick to it, we may be profitable throughout the week. So let's see what the market has for us for this week, week 26. Now, if you have not been watching our videos, all our analysis from week 1 till this time, listen, you're missing a lot of things. You're missing out on technical analysis. You're missing out on learning how to trade and understand the market, especially if you trade GBpUSD. So today, I want you to pay attention to what we have to share with you on the chart. Now, if you're just joining us for the first time, what do? You hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and then share the video, because you are helping others to benefit from this free information that we share weekly. Now, I'm taking your mind into trading GBpUSD today, and we are looking at the weekly time frame. Now, before we begin to do the analysis, just a disclaimer, by the way, because you see, a lot of people have used my information and using my name, my avatar, my ID, and they are creating Telegram group, creating Instagram anchor and all of that, and they are scamming people to collect their monies. They're asking them to invest in that, invest in this, invest in that. I don't do all of that things. You see, understand something. I don't know how I'm going to say it, but a lot of people just end up being a victim of scams. I don't know why. This is me, guy. This is the real Trader C Brown. If you are in a Telegram group or in a group where you don't see this face, you don't see me come up, you don't see this kind of, you don't see GBpUSD as the major analysis of the group, then you're in the wrong place, because I only do analysis on GBpUSD. And I don't trade crypto. I don't do investment management account, telling people to bring money for me to manage your account. I don't do that. Now, if I intend to trade anyone's account, I'm not going to be doing with, telling people from my Telegram group. There are bigger investors in the market, guys. So it's not like having you to start giving me money. No. All my Telegram group, my Instagram group is for learning and educational purposes only. So when I share my analysis, it educates you. So I share information that can help you grow in the market free of charge. That's what we do. We don't charge for anything there. The only thing is, when you join my mentorship, you can get to pay a little money. My mentorship is the cheapest in the industry. Go find out. So you join my mentorship, stay with me for 12 months, that will change your trading career. So that is exactly what I do. So anything outside this is a scammer. Get out, leave their group, get away from that Telegram group. On, you say you're saving your money, save yourself. All right. I think that's said. Well said. Because a lot of people just need to say, they just need to hear it again and again. Okay. So now let's look at the chart. Disclaimer out of the way. Now, whatever you trade is based on what you can afford to risk. Do not trade what you cannot afford to risk on any given time. So make sure you trade what you can afford to risk at any given time when you're trading as a trader. It's very important. Okay. Now, having put that aside, let's look at what we have on the screen right here, GBpUSD. Now we look at it and it looks very bullish to me on the weekly time frame. Why? Because we just had a break of structure. Right here, we had a break of structure on GBpUSD. So we have a break of structure on that zone. Now, what do we expect? Prices pulling back on the weekly time frame. Now, on the weekly time frame, you can see that what this push was like and what this push was like. So we see that this push was higher than this push. And then this pullback was lower than this pullback. So what does that mean to you? What does that mean in the market? Now, it shows that there was a heavy momentum here. And all of a sudden, the market retraced back a little and pushed a little bit higher with a lower momentum to break this high and then break this high. So we can see that these highs have been mitigated. So right now, the market has broken below the limits that it had previously. Those were the limits. Those were the resistant level that the market just broke. So what we have now is a test, a retest. They could be, the market could pull back into this zone by retesting into this zone with maybe another 100 pips or probably about 80 pips or 60 pips, depending if it comes back to test that resistance to make it a support. So at that moment, we are looking for another momentum to the upside. To where are we expecting price to go? At the moment, we are looking at this previous highs that the market created, where we have that zone we could call a minimal, like this zone here. We have this zone as well as a reasonable place that price will get to. But we're looking at that previous high there, a little structure there, or possibly we could look at this high that the market will get to in the future. Remember, this is weekly time frame. This is weekly time frame. We are not dealing with a daily time frame, but I'm just showing you what is already in the pipeline of the trading. We're looking at what the market is doing already. So if you can see that the market has what we call a channel at this level, we can see that the market's created a channel right here to the upside. So we can obviously anticipate that price is coming up here in the future. So we are expecting that. So what does that mean? It means get ready for more buys for the week, but I'm not guaranteeing you that at the moment until let's go to the lower time frame. All right, let's go to the lower time frame and see exactly what it looks like in the daily. Now on the daily time frame, let me show you something. On the daily time frame, we just have structure break. Okay, again, beautiful structure taken out. So we have, first of all, price created this momentum to the upside by breaking out this structure here. And then all of a sudden, we have price retrace back up and then push all a little bit and drop, push up a little bit, and then break this high, struggle to break that high. So as we can see already on the daily time frame, we can see a retracement, but a struggle. The retracement is a struggle. So throughout last week, we endeavored to sell the market because we were selling the retracement, and it was struggle. It was a struggle. All right. A lot of people were caught in the web of trying to buy the market, but you can see obviously that the market is retracing. So what you want to do is to measure where the market will retrace to. So if I'm looking at this from this swing to this swing high here, all right, we can see the price is still, it's just playing around the 60 level right now. So let's say we're using our fib. Let me use my fib. Where's it? Okay. Okay, let's just use this. So we can see the price is still playing very close. It's not close to 50 yet, but very close to that level. And we can anticipate that price will come into this level. All right, price zone, which is 26.67, and then began to rally back up. So now we should expect price action around this zone. Either price come down here and rally up, or come down here and rally up. So those are the two areas. So here is now my interest zone. This is my zone of interest. So if I'm looking at price to come back there in the future, which is by next week, this is daily time frame, price may eventually want to play to that level by next week. It could be that it may not get there, but we're looking at possibly that the price may get there. Now let's see, we have my point of interest is right there. So this is my point of it. Oops, this is my point of interest that I'm looking to get. So I'm expecting price to get to this level, and then I'll be looking for price action inside this box. Now, looking at that, let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Now, on the 4-hour time frame, we can see that price is creating multiple reaction at this level right here on the 4-hour time frame. Yet it is a downtrend. Okay, that means the price is still retracing to the downside. So we need to see that we can break below this zone and expect price to mitigate at this order block. So we could be paying attention to this order block, that price, again, remember that is inside our interest point, our point of interest. So we're looking at price coming to that low, and then we might eventually begin to look for a push to the upside. So what I'm anticipating, or what I'm expecting the market to do, is to break out of the zone. Then if it breaks out, I can sell to the zone if I want to, and wait for price action before another massive push to the upside. So this is exactly what I'm anticipating that it may look like this coming week. So week 26, we have to be careful, because there is still a lot of struggle to the lower side, where the market needs to break this low or take out this break above this trend line to the upside to create a buy, or it had to push down a little to touch, to get into this order block zone, or get into this point of interest that we find from the daily, and then we'll be able to take our step in buying the market. So I want you to stay with me during the week, because I'm going to be giving you updates. Now, let's do this on the 4-hour time frame. How we'll put our trend line right there. So we'll put in our trend line right there on the 4-hour, expecting price to break out of that zone. Until price break out of that zone or break above, we are not making any move. So we want price to break below. So you might be surprised, by the time you are awake tomorrow morning by London section opening, you might find price below. So if you find price below around this zone, all you need to do is to wait for price action to begin to look for a buy, because at this moment, price will begin to look for, well, we're expecting price to start going up. Okay, so this week I'm anticipating more to the upside, except we have a break of structure to the downside. In other words, I'm still looking for a buy. If price drop, I'm looking for a buy from here. Or if price break this structure and drop and face to buy, created a pullback, then I'm going to sell to this low. And that will be, or more, we could sell more, or maybe price may want to tap into this low before begin to head back up again. That can happen. But just pay attention to this 4-hour time frame, mainly to see those structures being touched or broken or rejected. Then you move down to 4-hour time frame. Now, if you check the 1-hour time frame, if you check the 1-hour time frame, you could see the consolidation zone. You can see there was no reasonable trade that was taken reasonably from the 1-hour time frame. So we still have consolidation here. So we want price to come out of this zone, entirely come out of this zone. So I could still put another trend line there, right? That is a valid trend line for me, and I'm watching price from that level on the 4-hour. So I'm not going to go lower than the 1-hour time frame. I'm going to stay on the 1-hour time frame to look at what price is doing. And once price break either of those zones down, break below or above those trend lines, and I'm taking my action. But remember, if price break below this, then we are expecting price to react at this level for a buy. That is not a say yet. Even though this trend line is broken, we can still have price push up to the zone, and then we can use as a take profit around the zone before we see price break above again. So you need to understand this on your analysis. Very important. Now, let's look at some of the fundamentals that we have for the week. Now, this is fundamentals for the week, coming week 26. Now, we can see that there's card news. Okay, CPI card news is coming on Monday, and watch out for that. I mean, on Tuesday, there's no news on Monday, no reports. Then on Tuesday, we have some reports, and USD as well, we have some report. So on Wednesday, we have reports coming in. Pay attention to the news coming in on Wednesday. Then on Thursday, we have news. So throughout the week, apart from Monday, we have reports. We have news reports. You need to pay attention to the time when the news is going to be released. And if you don't know what you're doing, I will advise you to stay away from the market and allow the news to be released before you begin to trade, or trade before the news or after the news, which is very, very advisable, especially if you're a beginner and you don't understand how to trade the news. So stay away. That's what I'll tell you. Save your money. You don't have to trade the news. You don't have to. You don't have to. Now, I know some of you want to, but you don't have to. You need to have to develop the experience to be able to begin to trade news comfortably. Okay. A lot of times, based on our trading strategy, me and my team, our analysis always work with in agreement with the report. Every time the news is released, most of the time our trade goes in the direction of what we analyzed, and it has always been the experience that we have. So if you're good with your technical analysis, most of the time you will have it agree with your analysis. Okay. That's very important. When the news is released, the news always get released every week, every month. You always have news, something had to come up. But if you do your analysis very well and also understand some little fundamentals, is very important. Okay. Understand some little fundamentals. So that is what I have for you guys on GU today. And also for those of you, this week's 26, for those of you who trade Euro USD, watch out for the next video coming up now. So once you watch that, you put these two together, I tell you what, you are good to go for week 26. And I wish you a profitable trading week 26. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now, guys.